BunDat podcast.
So on more light-hearted topics, you seen Space Jam yet?
Nope, and I won't.
Why?
Nope. I'm good. Y'all can have the whole.
You trying to see Space Jam with the kids and shit?
Nope. Y'all can have that.
I'm trying to see it again.
Y'all can have that.
Nostalgia and shit. Like they did such a great job.
Was Mike in it?
No. Oh, I can't ruin it for you. 'Cause no.
Yeah, I know.
I can't.
I wonder how they did that.
I can't ruin it.
I think I heard something.
Michael
about
Jordan is in Space Jam.
that. I think I heard something about
That's all I can say.
I think I heard
Michael
something.
Jordan is in Space Jam too. I can't ruin it. It's like just so much. They really tied it in well, lovely, and it's like its own thing.
Right.
But they still tied in so well, and there's so many digs at like every NBA player in the lines, like stuff that kids won't get. But
Right.
like, and there's so much stuff there for adults. So many things there. Even at LeBron, there's so many like. There's so many like, you making another new team, huh? Like there's so many. Like,
That does sound funny.
yeah,
That sounds
honestly
familiar.
again. So yeah, that's definitely.
What's your take on it?
It's one of the best films I've seen this year. I definitely want to see it again. It's definitely something you should go with. I went with my homie and we saw that. So you should go with the fellas or you should go with the kids. There's a lot of families there with the kids because that's their first face.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I hope the parents go home and then do the whole part one as well. Like it's just love. It's lovely. It's like it's a family film, but it's also a real balling film. They got Dame time in it. Like you know what I mean? It's sick. They got they did their thing. Like Dame is sick in it. They even have his music in it. Like you know what I mean? Yeah. Like great film. So okay, what have you seen recently?
Good question. I saw A Quiet Place 2, which was really good.
You seen part one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you knew where yeah,
Really good.
I liked it, but as usual in thrillers and horror films, these little white children be getting on my nerves.
Yeah, I don't like.
Like, why would you open up and come outside?
No, I don't know.
They're gonna be back in the hour chill.
don't
Like,
know.
you're causing so much unnecessary issue.
It don't make sense. Like you lids just have to chill and not do nothing. And you people are just and what killed me is when they see some hey bro, it's called A Quiet Place too.
Like, chill. But what gets me a lot is, I guess these films are done on this reason, but there's a lot of stuff you watch in like a thriller or horror where I'm just like, oh no, I wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
As humane, as lovely as that, like when he took them in, you know the guy with the shotgun where he had his own play.
Nah.
Oh, I'm like, ignore them.
Nah.
Oh, the whole family. Oh, no, I'm not taking.
good.
Like, you know what I mean?
I'm good on that.
I'm like, where did I get you? Dead.
Y'all be easy. That's what
Can you help us?
No.
And I've got a shotgun. Y'all better limp. I don't care about that bear trap on your feet. You better limp.
Y'all go ahead. I'm cool on that. In real life, it's literally killer.
I'm surviving. So yeah, but yeah, great film.
Yeah.
I loved how they used the girl's disability in this film now. It almost became like a superpower.
Yeah.
Because then she could see the vibrate. Like, it was dope. I loved how they used that. And I loved how she was able to use that to then figure out a weakness for the monsters. So yeah, definitely. Again, that's also in my top 10 of the year so far.
Cruella was
Best I've
pretty good.
seen. I didn't see Cruella.
It's not bad.
I didn't see Cruella.
It's not bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's not bad. Emma Stone did a great job. I have to give that to her. Like,
See, I just assumed.
no, she did
Like
a really
them
good
do
job.
remaking this, I just assumed it would be. So I didn't see
The
it.
reason why I would say she did a good job was because Cruella in the books is a certain way. There's a certain level of twistedness, do you get what I'm saying, in her. And Emma Stone really took that to heart and really played the role out very, very, very well.
Okay.
So I have to give her props. That diva-ish fashion sense, like that eye that only Cruella has, she really embodied that and really brought out the character and brought it to life. You start to believe, and there were some light-hearted bits in there. There was some deep stuff in there. It was very, very well balanced, and it completely flipped my suspicion because I was already biased. Like, I grew up on the Disney books, 101 Dalmatians, all that. So I'm thinking, oh, what they doing this time? Like, why they always take?
Yeah, why they remake it?
Why they do that? Like, why do they take on nostalgic stuff and flip it? So maybe in a way I'm being ignorant with the whole Space Jam thing. I don't know, but like I gave it a chance and it was good.
Now, if you give that a chance, go see LeBron James in Space Jam.
Okay.
Because it deals with, it's very like it's a good story, like very heartfelt. It deals with family issues and stuff, and stuff that we can all relate to,
right?
And we should all, moving forward, be able to learn from and stop or do better. Do you know what I mean? Stuff that we've all gone through with our fathers and our family that we need to not repeat. Like, do you know what I mean? I'll definitely recommend it. What else have I seen? I've been watching a lot on Netflix as well.
Okay, alright. Talk to me about your Netflix list. What you been updating? What you took out? You took anything out? You got any updates? What's the deal?
What's the best thing I've seen? Because I watch a lot on Netflix. What's the best thing I've seen on Netflix? The best thing I've seen. This is how you know I watch too much stuff. So the best thing I watched on Netflix, there's this Godzilla trilogy. So it's like anime movies.
Ah.
And it's just dark. Like,
really?
It's just dark. It's just.
I've been hearing that.
He just keeps winning. So in part 1 he wins, and you're like, okay, let's see part 2. Mm-hmm. And in part 2, they come back after. So in part 1, he leaves and they basically flee Earth because they're scared of him, and he wins. So he basically kicks humans off. They're going to try and find other inhabitants. So in part 2, it's like their descendants, like years later, trying to come back home.
Right.
So they come back home and it, like, there's like his great Sonzilla, whoever's there, smaller. So they're like, oh, we could take him.
Right.
So when they use like all their might, all their resources, and it's like they lose so many people, like they finally kill him.
Right.
It's like, yeah, like although all these people died, we could finally get our Earth back, whatever. And then they're like, yeah, we finally won. And then they realize there was this massive mountain that stands up at the end, and it's like, oh. So then they realize Godzilla is like infinite, like he won't, because he should have died a long time ago. He's still alive, and he's even bigger.
Oh
and
no!
You just killed his great grandson.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a great trilogy. It's like three animated films, and it's like he just keeps winning. And it's like he was like no match for him. It's like no matter what happens, he wins.
Oh man!
Do you know what I mean? It's like, and I think in part 3 we've like evolved and stuff. So there's like we're now like humanoid creatures. Some that have like stayed underground, out of his way, wherever. So like we've got power. Like like we've evolved and stuff. And now we worship him because we're like no match for him, and we go underground whenever he walks around. We get out
the way.
We're not allowed out. Like
wow, that is wild.
And this is like with our military, everything in the world, like humans. So I think that's the best thing I've seen on Netflix, which I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't have seen. But yeah, it's the Godzilla film trilogy because it's like proper Japanese, like proper.
Okay.
What how Godzilla is written, like he's not our savior, he's not our friend. I don't know what Hollywood's trying to do.
I don't know what Hollywood is.
Like he's not our friend. So that was quite good. You should watch the new Suicide Squad. Will Smith wasn't allowed to play. Jada didn't let him out.
Yeah, like
but it's good without him.
No, because what did she do recently that just like what did Jada do this time that everybody was getting on Will about? I can't remember what it was. Well, she done something.
Imagine being Will Smith.
And they just
there was a time when you would want to be Will Smith.
Yeah.
And that was like imagine being Will Smith.
One good thing I will say is I did buy King Richard's book. Because I'm going to call him King Richard now, which is Serena Williams and Venus Williams' father.
Oh yeah, he's playing him.
Will Smith is playing him, which I am going to go see that because he just gave me that feel, which was just like, okay, this seems like he's going to knock this out of the park. And he hasn't like had a role like that that's important in a really long time.
He has to choose them carefully now because she really lets him out for like one film every couple of years.
I think that's crazy.
So
I only say that to say Jada done something, man. And they were just like, they were killing Will.
Do you know what?
I'm killing him.
Some people think.
Go on.
Like it's like mystical, like she's a witch or something or whatever.
No,
You know,
I don't think that is that.
I think she has that picture. That picture that every government or everything has of that politician to make them, you know, like stay in their lane. Mm-hmm. I think she has that Will Smith picture of him butt naked around a campfire with some executive or something. Like she has that picture where it's like, do you know what I mean? Because he's got all this power, whatever, and he literally can't beat someone. Like, I think she has that. I think she has that thing where, do you need to release that picture?
I don't know. I just don't know how you look your wife in the say bad marriages. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how.
If that was a t-shirt I'd wear it, that shit was hilarious.
I would never look my wife.
And they got kids that watch his interviews.
In the face of bad marriages, and then they did that awkward spot.
They have children who are watching this.
Wait, bruh, it's the same with Gabrielle Union and D Wade. Like they be posting thirst traps on their socials.
I'm not getting there. Dwayne Wade grew up with a mother that was a crackhead, and the way trauma works is, doesn't matter how rich you get, doesn't matter how far removed you are from the time, whatever. If you don't deal with certain issues, it manifests itself later on within you. Wow. Do you know what I mean? So Dwayne Wade grew up with a lot of trauma, a lot of madness, and I guess anyone who knows the Dwayne Wade story or who saw him coming up in market and everything knows that like Savannah Wade was like the cloak that was it. I mean, you remove that away from him and he's one. Like, I mean, you start seeing the blouses and stuff way before him. Like, I mean, I'm not with him. Yeah. Like, not even inside. I mean, so it's like if you look at like LeBron's upbringing, it's harsh. Do you know what I mean? Like, no dad in the picture, whatever, but it's a lot of support. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I can see why. Like LeBron and Dwayne Wade are a great example of nature versus nurture, whatever. It's a lot of support. It's a lot of men around LeBron who, even as his peers, as his age, whatever, took that fatherly role. Even down to his agent, like, I mean, his agent / best friend. So there's a lot of support. So you can see again, and this plays a part in relationships. That's why he's still with his high school sweetheart and whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, one of the things that will make you kind of fight for something and stay in a relationship, whatever, is not necessarily the problems in the relationship. One of the things that make you fight for and stay with it is how other people in other relationships, as in friends, family, support, fight for and keep you. That directly influences what you know what I mean? And you didn't see that around Dwayne Wade. Like, he was very abandoned, very, like, you know what I mean? And it was like Savannah was that thing. So it's like, so a lot of stuff I see with Dwayne Wade, I'm just like, there's a lot of things that you get rich and it doesn't get dealt with. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Whereas with LeBron's been basically having therapy this whole time if you look at just the people around him and how he is, do you know what I mean? And that's why he's so the way he is. Do you know what I mean? So whenever I see anything do it, I'm just like, well, it's easy to make him do that.
Sad. Our black men have been just, I don't even know where to even begin. Where 20 years ago, I could see Samuel Jackson, Denzel Washington, Forrest Whitaker, strong male presences on my TV screen, in my opinion.
Where you going with this?
And I could see them and go, I want to be like that. I like that. I want to go act. Not like that anymore. I don't see Dwayne Wade on TV and go, I want to be like Dwayne Wade.
True.
I don't.
You're like, get out! Get out!
Literally.
Get out!
I saw something on Twitter that really disturbed me today. Like, I'm saying, this white girl, I'm going there. She was in the car. Black guy was outside of the car.
Interracial relationship.
And she was scrolling on the phone. Brother was like, So when we gonna go get food? She's like, oh, stay there. I need to check your phone to see if you're cheated, and then after that we can go get food. I'm going somewhere. Watch this. Watch this.
She said, stay there.
The guy then goes, oh, so do you want me to go in the house or you want me to sit on the floor? She goes, oh, well, you can do whatever you want. Just want to go out of the car. One's recording this, by the way. Go out of the car. Dude's sitting on the floor.
Who's recording?
Huh? Sitting on the floor. She's like, babe, what you doing? Nothing. I'm just waiting because I just really want us to go get food. Like, you know, you said you needed to check my phone.
Pet.
She goes, oh, okay, well, I'm done now. Let's go get food.
Who do you follow on Twitter?
And the guy got on the whip, and I went to go get food afterwards. And I was like, what? Hold on. So I had to watch this
This
thing.
is programming though, isn't it?
I had to watch this like 3 different times.
This is designed to piss you off.
And I was like, wait, because his speech was slightly slurred.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit oblivious.
Taking advantage of.
And, you know, he was
clearly who's not well.
He was genuinely invested in this woman, like, okay, whatever you need me to do, like,
Don't sit on the floor.
I just want to be around you type stuff.
I won't entertain this thing.
No.
Except for one part.
I'm only gonna say this to say, like, listen, fellas, no matter what anybody tells you, you are allowed to be a man, you're allowed to be masculine, you're allowed to say no, okay? You're allowed to say, I don't like that, right? For some reason, the reason why I brought up D Wade and said things like, I don't look at the TV and go, I want to be like D Wade, is because that masculine essence and energy is completely eviscerated. They turned masculinity toxic.
It's in their relationship. Like, she wears suits and trousers and shit. It's just not with him. She's definitely masculine.
So my whole thing is like that image, the image of, like, you know, I saw Denzel go and play American Gangster. I saw him, even though do that, whenever they interview him, whenever he speaks, there's weight to it.
He's from a different time.
There's weight to what he says.
Time
like,
when men were,
you know,
raised.
You hear D Wade speak and it's like,
it's modern.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the you talk about?
You know? So when I see this poor boy literally just like,
do you want me to sit on the floor?
Do you want me to sit on the floor?
Yeah, that's designed, that's programming, that's designed to cause a reaction within you.
So I didn't
kind of react to them things.
You know, normally I would I'm caps, all caps, I'm blasting this.
Scroll past.
I didn't. I just looked at it and I was like, I have to talk about this. Like, they've castrated us and stripped away the very fact that we are masculine and have masculine energy. And they've even gone further than that and allowed people that aren't men to then dictate what masculine energy is.
Oh, with like Zeze Millz and what's his name?
I don't understand that.
Sideman.
You can't tell me what's masculine, bro.
She said you're not alpha, bro.
You can't. You can't tell me what's masculine and you can't tell me what's alpha. You are neither of those. So how can you tell me that? And then when you are questioning that, you go, I don't get that vibe from you.
Go tell a woman she's not feminine. See what happens.
Can I tell? I can't. I will never be able to say that. I'll never be able to go,
She's not a real woman.
You're not a real woman. You're not.
See what happens.
You're not feminine enough for me.
Yo. Alright, the only thing I want to touch on this is, because I'm hungry, and it's the food thing, bruv. I'm not even going to touch on anything else. It's just the food thing, innit? Bruv. If a girl cheats on a guy, no one in this world is going to be like, she doesn't deserve to eat.
Right.
No matter how guilty she is. Get me? So fellas, I don't care what she sees in your phone or whatever, yeah?
It was
Listen,
bad.
no one, I don't even care about the situation, no one can say to you, you cheated on me so you can't eat. You dumb, bruv. You dumb.
Certain
So
stuff
cheat on a full stomach.
It's wild to me. Because when I see that, and everybody knows me, man. You said it last time it was on here. I'm in love, yes. I have a woman, yes. Is she feminine? Yes.
You're in love? Check.
Yeah.
You have a woman? Check.
Yeah.
She's feminine? Check.
Yeah.
That you go out, my guy.
Yes. You stupid. I only say that to say, like, she still give me the space to be a man.
Facts.
She ain't never once gone to me, you're not man enough.
I don't know. That's why I say you can't react. I don't think people say these things in real life.
Bro,
I think it's all on
like,
the internet.
No, because like when I seen Zeze go,
but that's on the internet.
Oh, you're not alpha, and I'm not gonna lie, his Sideman's reaction was kind of like
he validated her opinion.
Yeah.
I get that, but I don't see Zeze Millz or any woman. Have you ever seen in any real life situation what to a man and be like, you're not man enough. This is for the internet. This is to get this is programming.
Wow.
It's like the same way these girls talk about this, get the bag, get this whatever.
Right.
They're all with some Tyrone that takes them like in real like this is all designed to trigger you and for you to click and for you to interact, program you whatever.
Right.
It's like I don't believe in the gender wars or whatever because people get hitched up every day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The biggest feminist type of woman and shit, whatever. It's going, you know what I mean? And they're going to them thing dates, them online dates and like, you know what I mean? Right. So I don't believe none of this. It's just designed to trigger you. It's programming. Yeah. And the way programming works is what a lot of people don't realize of power is designed to give you a reaction. I mean, for you to get a reaction from you. And the more regularly you do that, that's how the more regularly you react to that. So you as a man, you keep seeing all this men and shit. Black men are the lowest.
Yeah.
Deadbeat. The more you see that, whatever, that's how programming works. The more you get some animosity towards women, or in our case, towards the black women.
Yeah.
And then the opposite.
Yeah.
The more pushback there is, do you know what I mean? The more, instead of posting that Kevin Samuels clip, they post a soundbite saying you're average the best one. The more the woman has animosity towards men or towards the black men or whatever. So it's like, it's not real, but it's designed to keep making people react until it becomes real. So it's like the Matrix in reverse, where you write a program, and it just keeps affecting people until you no longer need a program because people become the program.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? So I see this stuff, it's like, no woman, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. No woman, is going up to a guy
in real life
and say you're not masculine enough. Because if he's not, she won't be talking to that guy in the first place. She'll go somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's on the internet. It's cap. It's cap. It's on the internet.
I don't think it happens where they will be out and you go, and a woman will turn to a man and go, you don't give me that alpha vibe.
Not even to my man. Not even to Sideman. You know the ones there where it's like, his reaction validate her opinion of him because they're doing a show, and again they're trying to get clicks and reaction. He doesn't care that we're looking at him as a better or as soft or as him reacting. Again, he's there for them clicks. He's probably trying to get the best Zeze Millz views ever. Like, I mean, they're just there and she's saying what she's saying because again it's like this is the same girl that says guys never claim her in public, they don't call her back or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And it's like everything I was talking about, like they were saying stuff about
I didn't watch the whole thing. You watched the whole thing?
I watched that segment.
Yeah,
so you're talking about how he's put his people on, he's feeds his guys, all that kind of stuff. And again, just validating her opinion of what it is to be a man or to be an alpha. When it's like, we're not wolves.
Yeah, facts.
And it's like,
facts.
You even hear dumb stuff like alpha female, like all these impossible, like alpha is a term used for wolves, and literally it just means the father of the pack. In order to be an alpha, people think it means a certain kind of personality traits. Right. Like you stand strong, whatever. No!
Right.
That's a lone wolf. People confuse. What people think that alpha is a lone wolf. Yeah. Like quiet, doesn't speak. That's a lone wolf, that's not alpha. Alpha is a father of the pack. So in order to be an alpha, all you have to do is breed.
Wow.
You have to be the father of the cubs. That's what alpha is. Do you know what I mean? So literally, any guy that you know out there, whether he's with 3 kids or whatever, if he's the father of his household, no matter how deadbeat, if he's the father of his household, he's an alpha. People think alpha is actually a personality trait, which is so hilarious to me. It just means the father of the cubs. That's all it is. And that's why a woman can never be an alpha, because a woman can't be the father of the cubs. Wow. And the minute a wolf is like ostracized and whatever, the traits that we think are alpha, that's a lone wolf. So a lone wolf can never be an alpha. Right. But the whole thing is just hilarious to me, where it's like, a lot of guys who see themselves as alpha say stuff like, oh, like an alpha would never explain himself. It's like, no, you're talking nonsense. If a guy breeds women and he explains himself, he's still an alpha, because to be an alpha, all you have to do is breed.
Bigger than that. Let's even say we buy into the analogy, like, so men don't talk.
No, you know what it is? On the internet, they want, it's all cap. On the internet,
That's what I mean.
On the internet, they want guys that treat them like, on the internet, they're saying they want Russell Wilson.
Right.
They want emotional intelligence. They want, you should just know. You should see from my, do you know what I mean? If I give you a short answer, if I say it's okay, it's not okay. You know what I mean? That's what they're saying. But on the same internet, you see stuff like, he talked too much. Or he's too open. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can't follow, this doesn't go for women or men. Don't listen to what people say.
In general.
Follow the actions.
In general, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because this is the same Zeze Millz I was getting on to Fredo about the whole money phone thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But if you check her exact description of what her misguided view of an alpha is, it's Fredo.
Yeah.
It's literally Fredo. Fredo don't talk in interviews. Half the time, the interviewer doesn't know why he showed up or why he's there. Fredo don't explain himself for nothing.
Right. Facts.
Fredo has an aura that anyone, whether you're a Fredo fan or not, let's be honest. Fredo has an aura. When he enters that room, he gives all that aura. That he thinks he's this shit. He doesn't have to not think that. Do you know what I mean? So all the things she's saying are for the guy that she was casting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't listen to these people, you can't listen to these women, everyone's capping. Because these are the same ones crying that Tyrone doesn't open up, or he doesn't want to see his kids, or what. Do you know what I mean? Because all the traits they're looking for, that's a lone wolf. And you know what a lone wolf will do?
Right.
Will leave the cubs.
Facts.
And go do his own thing.
Facts.
Or do something so damaging to the pack that he'll get kicked out. Like, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So all the things they think are alpha are the traits of a lone wolf. And a lone wolf can only be a lone wolf alone. Away from you. He doesn't want to be with you.
Wow. We learning today, huh? King Air is just dropping some bombs for y'all.
Like,
and I only say that to say perception of reality is everything. At the end of the day, if you allow people to tell you you're too confident, you're too loud, if you allow people to dictate how your personality is, if you feel like you need to change for anybody else, then you don't need to be around those people that can't accept you for who you are and can't allow you to develop in your own pace, at your own time, in your own way. Because everything can be an influence in some way or another. I'm sitting there talking to you about the internet, and this is the same person, me, that's taking breaks from the internet. I've taken breaks from the internet because there's been certain points in time where a lot of death was pumped on my timeline. A lot. Every morning, 5 a.m., 4 a.m., time zones, time differences, like, didn't matter. It's the first thing I was seeing. My people getting cussed out or dying. That's what I was seeing. I couldn't. Because it's like, I don't want to see that. And if that's the first thing I'm waking up to, before I even take a minute to myself and grab my phone to go and... Do you know what I mean? Like, I had to. So now it's just like, I have a more controlled sense of awareness, and I can come and vent to you about certain things that I just feel like, what is this? Like, because before I would just get mad at it. Now I'm in a place where I'm trying to understand so I don't get mad at it. And then eventually I'll realize that I don't need to understand it and I can just continue.
Keep scrolling.
You know? Because if this was a few months ago, man, it's capital letters. I'm blasting the whole internet down. I'm going crazy. I'm coming on here going wild because it's like, it's a certain trigger in me that I don't understand. Because I don't understand how somebody can look at him, like the audacity you have. The audacity you have to feel like you can then marginalize someone else and you don't know that person. And he's sitting there saying, wait, hold on, no. You seen what's up with me. You know. But you getting on the camera and she's saying it. And she dead ass mean that for real. It's wild. But in that same clip at the end, there's another woman going, oh yeah, no, I like yourself. So it's like, to me, I'm looking at it like, there's a lesson in that. You determine, my kings, you determine whether you're a king or not, man. Like, really think if a king will sit there and allow someone that don't know him to sit there and say, I don't think you that. Like, what?
Conversation will be over. Like,
it wouldn't even be a conversation.
Cool.
It wouldn't even be a conversation. It would be like, who? You came to my palace and told me I'm not the king of my palace. Are you Are you alright? Like, bro, what? Why is this even a conversation? This what you came to my space and said to me in my face in real time.
Which doesn't happen in real life. Only on the internet.
Wow.
Because real life has different consequences and different people are watching as well.
Yeah.
And regardless of what people say on the internet, we care about how we look.
This is facts. Everybody does. And image is important. And if it's not important externally, it's important internally. You gotta feel good about yourself. You gotta be confident about yourself. Let other people tell you you're not this and you're not that. You have to believe that. This is why I get on this camera and I say I was the most closed off, insecure person, and I had to realize.
Was it alpha bill? No, according to their terms, it was closed off and insecure.
See? Do you see how they twist it? So I say that to say, like, be confident in yourself for yourself. Don't let nobody dictate whether you're confident or not. Don't let nobody build your own self-esteem up. It's your self-esteem. You gotta do that. You gotta do the work. You gotta feel good about yourself every day. Because if you don't, how do you present yourself to others if you can't even feel good about yourself? And confidence matters. Don't let anybody tell you you're arrogant. That's a good thing. It's a superpower. Yep, we going there. But that's why I want to end. You got anything else to say?
BunDat podcast got bun.
Alright, so people trying to control other people's emotions because they're actually insecure about themselves and don't actually understand that confidence is something that everybody should have. People stay in their opinions when in real life that never happens, and you would never say that to anybody's face in general. Masculinity that's been determined and deemed toxic when in reality we're all males and we should be masculine because we're males. And the lies that have then been twisted to be seen. Imagine lies being twisted as truth and truth being twisted as lies by the same government that we allow to govern us, telling us that we need to take something that we don't need to take for a flu-ridden virus that hasn't been fully studied or then approved by the FDA in any sense, any way, shape or form, or actually completely understood. Therefore, having a vaccine to counter something that doesn't counter it in the first place and taking away people's right to choose to take this thing or not. Despite there being evidence that it does kill people, despite there being evidence that it don't work, despite there being evidence that all their mandates shouldn't even be mandated because the masks don't do nothing or none of this social protocols don't do nothing and they want to ban carnival but then allow 60,000 people to go watch a football game. BunDat.
He bunned a lot.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. BunDat.
I'm gonna just bun the shit. You know? Listen.
BunDat.
Everyone is so insecure. Everyone.
Yeah.
You.
Uh-oh.
You. So insecure. Everyone's so insecure. I see man them like, yeah, you know, like, yeah, I agree with her because as an alpha, I would never explain myself. Bro, you're gonna get brownie points. Bro. You're explaining yourself by saying that. Listen, as a man, if you feel you want to look down on other men because they're doing something you wouldn't do, why do you care?
Wow.
So BunDat.
Yep.
Listen, if you want to explain yourself in a situation, it's not something I would do. But if that's what you want to do, then do. It's your life. Because the ignorance of people don't know where things come from. Research this. Google is your friend. Yeah. The scientist that came up with the term alpha for the wolves. Clearly says, it's all written there in the studies. Clearly says he created this term and then developed it for the wolves and I started using it on people because it was decided they needed a way to separate men against each other and make them compete. Wow. So they realized if they can use this wolf term of alpha, because obviously naturally every man is going to be want to seen favorably in that way. Yeah. It means that whoever doesn't fall in that category and becomes the better is deemed lesser than. So, you know what I mean? Like, this is all, go to Google, check this. This is all to do with being decisive, yeah? Making us against each other. Bruv, if you're a better and it's working for you, do your thing. If you're an alpha and it's working for you, do your thing. Wherever you see yourself as, just remember, you're the only one that sees yourself as that.
That's the key point. And that's the only thing that matters.
You're the only one that sees yourself as that, bruv.
Before you start taking everyone else's opinion, form your own about yourself and work on it.
And if you're trying to jump on the internet to be like, oh yeah, this, get me, because us man like this, we don't act like that. Because I see myself as an alpha,
Right.
and I can't relate to you, man.
Facts.
I see myself as an alpha, but I like to communicate.
Facts.
So I don't agree with. I wouldn't explain myself anytime. I wouldn't explain myself to Zeze Millz. The reason I wouldn't explain myself to Zeze Millz is because I don't see myself needing to do that.
And that's not who I would associate with.
If I'm with someone that I'm actually with, or someone I respect on a certain level that I want to explain myself, then I would. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Sideman clearly sees Zeze Millz in a certain light,
Right.
different from how I see her.
Right.
So he felt the need to explain that to her for that reason.
Right.
And for that same reason, I wouldn't explain myself to her because I don't see her in that light. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna look at Sideman and be like, so I'm looking at it as in raw. I can't believe he validated her opinion of that. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it that way, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, why is he? No, he knows what he explained himself to her. And like I said, he has a platform and he probably just wants to get some views and he knows what he's doing. He knows the backlash is gonna cause. You being an alpha and say I would never do that and doing this with your bank balance and trying to figure out what you're doing and you're struggling, and him saying, you know what, I don't care how I'm viewed because I clearly want this paycheck and this money and I'm gonna do this, and it's like, oh, well done to you, you're broke. Simon don't care that you don't think he's an alpha. Do you know how much he made off that video?
Boy.
And I'm not saying money's everything, I'm saying to him, that's what he wanted to do. So if you're both trying to make money, which you lot on the internet saying you are, and you're more concerned about how you're seen and being broke, because then you don't realize society don't care, society sees him above you.
Facts.
Because he's not caring about how he's seen and he's not broke. At the end of the day, a man is judged on what he can give, what he can own. So no matter how much, like I said, only you're going to see yourself, no matter how much you see yourself as an alpha, if Sideman name is known, if his bank balance is up, he will always be respected over you.
Facts.
Don't let your friends tell you otherwise. They're lying.
And bigger than that, The Rock talk all day. Which one of you lot brave enough to tell him to his face that he's not alpha?
You know what's there?
Which one of you?
Go out to Birmingham and say that stuff. The Birmingham people are different with it.
Go to any regular man and go up to him in person and go, you don't give me them alpha vibes.
That man don't care. When he was listening, yo, I put this guy on, I've got my whole family, I retired this. When he was listening to things, I was like, God, yo, shit, I might need to, yo.
Clearly, we gotta learn. So.
You know what? I was like, yo, I wasn't focusing solely, that's what I said, I wasn't focusing solely on that conversation. I was focusing on the stuff that I was like, this guy had receipts.
Bro, I'ma even come clean. Like, there was a part of me that was like, man, I ain't trying to be that. Are you crazy? But then thinking about it now, like, you know when you, like, have time to sit with stuff?
Yeah.
I had to sit and be like, wait, though. Oh, like, I see what this is. This is perception of life. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what the debate actually was, not the
reality. Yeah.
This is, my reality is this though, so I see myself as this. And somebody else's reality that's different is going, nah.
And in you lot's whole definition of alpha, what's more gangster than turning down your job and handing your notice at the British Broadcasting Corporation, the BBC? Now I see why he was able to even do that, because he's doing his thing already.
Cool.
What's more gangster? What have you lot ever done? As far as alpha, whatever, is it because when you enter a room, you stare at a man or whatever? What's more gangster than being the sole person to take a stand and be like, you lot use this racial slur, so I'm out?
Good.
You know what's there?
Right.
He's not doing that and being a martyr and then being broke. He's doing that because he's set himself up in such a way that you lot can't use money over me. I can walk away and still be good.
Facts. He actually popped even more because of it.
Bro!
He popped even more.
Do you know how much you have to be doing your thing when you can stand up at work and be like, yo, I don't even need this money if you're gonna violate like this.
Yeah.
According to you lot's definition of alpha, what's more gangster than that?
Boy.
You don't know what's that?
They will never be able to answer.
I big up Sideman.
Yeah, fact.
I don't know if you're gonna agree with this. I big up Zeze Millz because she did her thing. If you think about it, what did she do? She caused the reaction, the clicks. She saw what Sideman was doing and getting them numbers, and she said, you know what? I'm trying to eat too.
Yeah, like it's her job to do.
Brethren, come on the thing. Let's eat. Because if you look at it, not one person's getting rich off that interview. Both people are getting rich off that interview. That's teamwork right there.
People pay attention, man. They're gonna do everything in their power to make sure we're not paying attention. Stay woke. Bigger than that, be aware. Cause I don't even want to say stay woke because woke is done. So I'll just say be aware. Don't let nobody scam you out of your position. Don't let nobody get you up out of your seat. And be a king to yourself first before you try and be a king to others. I've been AJ Raw.
The artist formerly known as King Aries, now known as King Aries.
And you just finished listening to BunDat podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming. He in album mode. I'm in comic mode. It's getting crazy up in here. We got way more stuff to preview. Big up to No Loose Chat. VOD is out now. It'll be in the description, but down below. Get ready for all of that. Subscribe to No Loose Chat too. And we're going to be back with... I'm not going to say it. You're going to have to tune in. Later. We out.
Clever. Oh. You know, yeah, I'll big up Sideman every day, but I wouldn't have a conversation with him. That Birmingham accent's nuts, bro.
Some people try to tell me I got personality traits like him. I say, eh?
Is this the accent? I can't talk to anyone that talk like that. Talk like they sound like they're choking or something.
BunDat podcast.